Another of your famous sayings is, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," a seemingly straightforward sentiment.
Yes, usually the step is off the bed, and then you fall down, and then you cry. Then you have a snack. The journey is very profound.
Welcome back to Historical High Chairs. Today we have a truly unique and, dare I say, enigmatic guest, a figure shrouded in legend, revered as the founder of Taoism and the author of the Tao Te Ching, the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. Welcome to the high chair, Master Tzu. Master Tzu, it's an honor. Now, according to historical accounts, you held a rather significant position within the Zhou dynasty. You were the keeper of the imperial archives, essentially the head librarian of the imperial court playroom, a role that suggests a deep engagement with knowledge and recorded history. Yet your philosophy seems to advocate for a certain detachment from the pursuit of knowledge. Could you elaborate on this apparent paradox?
The most important scrolls were the ones that could be folded into the best paper hats. A scroll on your head teaches more than a scroll on the shelf, unless it rips. Then it teaches even faster.
I see. There's a story of a meeting between yourself and another young philosopher, Confucius. Some describe it was quite a clash of ideas. What really happened that day in the imperial court playroom?
Ah, the boy with all the rules. He came to the playroom where I keep all the important scrolls. A very fussy toddler. He wanted me to teach him the proper way to arrange the blocks according to the ancient rituals. I told him the blocks arrange themselves. He did not like that answer. He wanted a rule for everything.
A fundamental difference in perspective, it seems. Now, Master Tzu, despite your emphasis on non-action and the idea that those who know do not speak, you are, of course, credited with authoring the Tao Te Ching, a text that has profoundly influenced billions. How did this seminal work come to be?
The playroom was getting too noisy, too much yelling and too many rules. So I decided to leave forever and go to the big quiet forest. But the toddler watching the door wouldn't let me go outside until I wrote down a Naptime story for him. So I did. It was a very short story. He said thank you. Then I went outside.
So that very short story you wrote for the gatekeeper, that was the legendary Tao Te Ching?
A Naptime story.
So your decision to go outside was in fact a philosophical renunciation of the noise and ambition of civilized society in favor of a return to nature and the simple underlying truth of the Tao?
The forest has better bugs.
Right. Of course. Now, a cornerstone of your philosophy is the concept of Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. Could you perhaps provide a toddler-friendly explanation of this profound principle?
The best way to build a block tower is to let the blocks build themselves.
And what would that look like in practice?
When you spill your juice, it flows across the table by itself. You do not push it. That is the way. When you drop your cookie, the dog eats it by itself. You do not feed the dog. That is the way.
I'll remember not to sit near the dog. Yes, truly effortless. But Master Tzu, surely there must be some correct way to practice Wu Wei. How does one know if they're doing it right?
Confucius would have made a rule about that too. Even snack time, he wanted one bite, one bow.
Right. Of course he would. Another of your famous sayings is, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," a seemingly straightforward sentiment.
Yes, usually the step is off the bed, and then you fall down. And then you cry. Then you have a snack. The journey is very profound. Sometimes you don't take a step at all. Mama carries you. That is the highest wisdom. Other times you crawl 1 inch and then cry for half an hour. That is also a journey.
And if the journey never begins?
Nap time. That is the true way.
Indeed. Master Tzu, there is a debate surrounding your very existence. Some scholars believe you may be a composite figure or a legend rather than a single historical individual. How do you respond to such claims?
The sage that can be proven is not the eternal sage. Only snacks can be proven.
But what about truth?
Truth is invisible.
And snacks?
Snacks are always visible.
Yes, snacks do tend to offer undeniable evidence. Master Tzu, it seems our time in the high chair has come to its characteristically paradoxical conclusion. Thank you for sharing your insights.
The empty high chair is the most useful high chair.
Profound words. Join us next time on Historical High Chairs for another enlightening and likely bewildering conversation with history's biggest little thinkers. I'm Dr. Allan Cromwell for Historical High Chairs, proving that the arc of history is long, but it's no match for a missed nap. Do subscribe.